Welcome back to Mac Talks of Football, and what a day for Milan. If there is like one team that needed that needed to win this weekend, it was Milan. If the manager really needed to win, apart from Ten Hag in Manchester United, it was Francesca at AC Milan. And what a way to go ahead and get your first win this season. First win for Francesca as an AC Milan manager, and they, unfortunately for Venezia, they were the one on receiving end of the drubbing that they got from Milan. And I mean, what a day for the Rossoneri. Let's get right into it. I mean, it was a really one-sided game, and it basically started in the first half and it ended in the first half. The Milan were really onto it. I said that this would be the perfect opportunity for Milan to come back, to get their confidence back, because they have been really dreadful in the first three games of the season. And they needed some spark, so to get bring them back to the contention. Like it never felt like it was the same AC Milan that played last year with so much confidence. And they brought in a new manager, and the hopes were very high, but the start was really bad. And this I say that this was a perfect opportunity for them to go and get that win, and they did it. And they did not just win it, they did it with fashion. They did it in a great fashion, with style, with bravado, with confidence. That they basically decimated Venezia. And unfortunately for them, they had to bear the brunt of all the anger and frustration that not only the Milan fans, the management, the manager, the players, all of them were feeling. Unfortunately, Venezia were on the receiving end of that. And in terms of the game, it was very one-sided. Like Venezia were never really in the game from the get-go. Milan were on the front foot. They go ahead, they take the lead, they get a penalty, it becomes 2-0. They score another goal, it becomes 3-0. They get another penalty, and they are now they were distributing goals amongst themselves. Like Tammy Ibrahim scored, Leao scored, I think there were 4 different goal scorers, so that shows how good they were in that game. So yeah, as I say, it is like it becomes these are the type of games that sort of changes the season of teams, and I think it was a very important for Milan to win. And the way that they played, I would say again that they could have defeated Venezia any way they would have wanted, because that there's not a big deal for Milan. There's a huge difference between the two scores, between the two teams. So if the Milan would have not defeated, would not have won against Venezia, I think Francesco would have been under a lot of pressure. So yeah, but the thing is, it's the way that they have played. Like, this is the first time you felt like what Francesco wants to do, it's happening. It's the first time that his ideas look like the team was following. They understood what the manager wants, even though it was against a small teams. But like, you need something like that to start your season. Like, you need from small from it, like, it's baby steps that help you move forward. And I think this could be the game that helps them, that starts their season, that starts their season to get the points and get back into the mix in the upper half of the table, because till now they are languishing in the lower half, and nobody really expects them to do anything. But this game could really turn out to be the one that changes everything for them. Venezia, on the other hand, I mean, it was expected for them to lose, to be very honest with you. I really did not think anything else was going to happen in this game, but they were really bad. They were even bad, even worse than I expected them to be. And in a way, like, I really don't know what to say about them, because they were never really into the game. I think they just gave Milan too much respect. I don't like the way that Milan started. I think that rattled Venezia's player, and they could never really recover. And once you go down 4-0 inside 30-35 minutes of a game, that just screws up with you mentally, and it becomes very hard for our players. Even if you have played on international level, if you have played in big games as well, if you are 4-0 down inside 30-35 minutes, that it becomes very hard for you to come back from that. And Venezia never recovered after the first goal. Forget 4-0. After the first goal went in, Venezia were down and out, and Milan just continued playing their way. It has not been a good start for Venezia, and it's not looking really good for them. They need to they need to come back after next week and forget about this game, they would hope that the players can forget this and move on to the next game, and just take it out of their men and try to get back next week and try to get the win next week, because if they keep on thinking about this, it could be a big trouble for them. They, like I said, it was such a one-sided game. They never really tried. There was barely anything that they created. Even in the second half, like Milan completely took the pedal of the, like, they completely hit the brakes. They were not doing anything. They were like, they, I don't think Milan created anything in the second half, because they just sat back. They let Venezia had a good amount of possession in the second half, but they never really created anything with that possession as well. So yeah, not a good day at the office for Venezia. They would be disappointed that I don't think they would be that disappointed that they lost, because like they did not really expect to win, but they would be disappointed with the way that lost, with the way that they played. I mean, if you are a professional football and you have played like that, you are gonna feel like shit, and you know, that's what I think Venezia's players are gonna feel tonight. Milan, on the other hand, I think they would be really happy. You could see it on the faces of the players. You could see there was jubilation, there was excitement, but there was relief on the face of the manager at the end when they saw the shot for Frasenska, like the way he was moving onto the pitch and he was greeting his players. It was happiness, it was excitement, but there was more, like, you could see that there was more relief than anything on his face. Like I said this thing about Ten Hag in my Man United video, but I think more than Ten Hag, I think it would be Francesca who would be really happy, who would be like relieved that he has finally gotten the win. Like, it has that was a monkey on the bank for him, like 3 games and they have not won. You don't really expect a Milan manager to go through like this, so it was a big deal for him to get that win. And like, especially with the other teams, that all of the big teams are getting the wins and getting the points, so it was important for them to get the win and go back into the mix at the upper half of the table. And let's hope for Milan's sake that they start playing better, just the way that they did tonight as the season goes on, and this was not just a one-off, and they don't go back to their boring ways, the way that they played in the first 3 games. Every Milan fan would hope that this is the start for a better future. That is it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys think of Milan. How were you impressed with their performance, or do you think it was just like they got lucky because it was against Venezia, and if they go ahead against a good team next week, they are going to be they are just going to go back to how they were in the last couple of weeks? Let me know. And what about Venezia? They are not really looking good. It's not been a good start to the season. Do you think they would be able to recover from this defeat at the hands of Milan? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. I keep on saying we are trying to get to 300 subscribers until the month of September, and so please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and help us reach that goal. Until next time, bye bye.